What's going on, y'all? Happy Black Friday. Everybody in the chat. What's up, everybody? How y'all feeling? Is everybody all right? Woo. Yes, indeed. We're back. We are back and ready. It is Friday. I think the ladies are still out shopping, but they're going to join us at some point. Yeah. Black Friday and all. We're going to do what it does, and it does what it does. See, there go China. There go Keisha. There they go. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. What's going on, ladies? What's going on? Hey, China, you look like you in a truck. China look like she in an 18-wheeler in the back.
No, it's my lighting. I didn't get a chance to set everything up. I had to feed the dog and it's a mess. It's a lot.
There you go. There you go. Y'all ready for this Friday night? Are y'all ready for this Friday night, man? Yes, yes, yes. Woo! It's time to get it in. It's time to do what we do. I done put the bat signal out. Look at Keisha over there. Keisha look like
I was sick. Okay,
like Keisha look like she's like I just look. I done had one of them weeks, man, and look here, man.
I'm just now
look here.
I feel like I was
don't nobody start nothing tonight. Y'all see when we go through stuff, the show gonna be better. See, y'all see that? Keisha can't even stop. She like, look here, man. Y'all don't want to get me started tonight. Yeah, y'all, we gonna get it in. We gonna get it in on Black Friday. Woo! Vilsima.
Why you?
All right, I got it.
I got it. My lighting together.
Hold up. China has an announcement.
No, I said while you do all of that, I'm just gonna get my lighting and stuff together because a lot of stuff about to go dead because it's not plugged up.
Okay. Do your business. Ooh, there go my girl Marilyn in the house. What's up, Marilyn? Oh my goodness, man! Look, y'all. Marilyn Wanzer. Y'all see Marilyn Wanzer in the chat? She is what I call the juice lady. If you trying to lose some weight and you ain't feeling like going to the gym every day and doing all this extra, she got some juice that's gonna get you loose.
Wow.
Hey, Marilyn, can you put your link in the chat, Marilyn? She got some juice that's gonna get you loose. Gonna help get that weight up off you, man. And yes, I have gotten it a few times. Matter of fact, I'm about to re-up again. Yes.
I heard those work really
Marilyn
good.
does that. And she do it herself too, y'all. Yeah. Get yourself one for Crimmer. Get them babies something for Crimmer. And make sure you get you something for Crimmer. Yeah. Only me, TT. What's up, TT?
Do you have a website, Marilyn?
That's Mikey. Latu Haruna. What's going on, Latu? Danita Joe is in the building. What's up, Andrea Davis? I see you. I feel you. I feel yours. Something like that. Anointed fingers in the building. What's up, Charlene? Holly Mayersky. Shirley Williams. Come on, everybody. Come on in the chat, man. We got a good one for y'all this evening. We got a good one. You know, I'm gonna start the show out as the usual, man. I want to thank God for building me up today, man, for taking me to new heights, for taking me to look, even for the lows. I'm thanking God today for all the good, the bad, the everything, because whatever it was, I'm still here to talk about it. I'm still breathing, walking, talking. I still got a little bit of sense. Yes, and I appreciate it. Can I get an amen up in here in the
Amen.
chat?
I
Come
know
on,
that's right.
talk to me. There you go.
Goodbye.
There you go. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Because it ain't nothing in the world like, yeah. Oh, my goodness. That's Tanya Wish You Woods in there. Okay. What's up, Betty Boop? Yeah. Let's get it in, y'all. You know, it's time for us to get this thing started. Can I stop? First, second of all, let's shout out the chat that is wonderful. The chat that is wonderful, that shows up every night, that makes this show worth doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because look here, without the chat, woo, man.
And the wonderful comments and help that come from the chat.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell y'all, man, that y'all don't even understand. A lot of blessings come right out of that chat, man. So many people get what they get by that reassurance and seeing that you are not in this by yourself.
Yeah.
Seeing that, wow, I'm not the only one that went through that. Yeah. Okay. Y'all DM Marilyn on her Facebook. She got the juice. There you go.
I remember that movie.
She said, I got the juice, baby.
Right.
You got the juice now.
Mm-hmm. There you go. No, thank you. Yeah, man. So, also I want to thank all the members, man. The love is felt, it's appreciated, it's warm. And also, can I shout out, good God Almighty? Can I say, good God Almighty? I'm going to say it. Anyway, I just want to shout out the people that show love and help sponsor the show. We're going to start out with my girl, Patrice Bing. Thanks, Treese. My girl, Ayola. Yes, indeed, y'all. Danita Joe. And of course, man, good gracious, Connie said, happy birthday. Thank you so much, Connie. Yeah, y'all. It ain't nothing like feeling love, and it's the holiday season. I thought everybody said they wasn't going shopping today.
I did it.
That's a lie.
Not me.
You could not listen. You could listen. This is DC, Maryland, DC, Virginia. We call it the DMV, and this was the hardest hit area from the government shutdown. Good God Almighty, y'all would have thought that they opened the government and not only gave everybody their money, but gave bonuses and everything, put interest on it and everything. You couldn't even drive to the mall today.
Wow. You
could not. Listen, it's a mall down the street from my house. It took 30 minutes just to get to the mall. The traffic shut the highway down in two directions. And it's a shopping center. It ain't even a mall. The mall in Virginia? Good God. Good God.
But
you go out there, you're going to be anybody that went out there today, you was out there for at least 2 hours in that traffic. Just the traffic.
But what, Harry? Despite what what's going on, I think we should at least give respect and a moment of silence for the service member who lost her life and the one who's fighting for his life, even though
Ooh,
they were
yes.
following orders. I think that's only right,
Yes. Yes. Can we give him a moment of silence, y'all?
Yeah.
Yes. Wow. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
We gave it to him. Cause that was something. That was something, man. Well, let's get to it.
When did
Cause
this happen? I haven't been with the news. Like something recently happened this week.
Yeah, in DC.
Two of them got attacked. And one of them didn't make it. And the other one fighting for his life. I mean, this city right now, man, it's crazy. It feels completely different. He done tore the White House down. They redoing the White House and I guess everything around it or whatever. And who knows whatever they about to do, man. It's crazy. We what we do know is we don't know nothing because they got us keep us confused, right?
Yeah.
Keep us in the state of
confusion. They will do.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And it is that time of year, y'all. It is that time of year that we talk about, that we dread every year. We ready. We want to just feel good again. You just want to wake up and be around your family, and you want your home to feel like home. You want to feel that warm, fuzzy feeling of holiday spirit, holiday cheer. You to tell the truth, anybody, you never thought in your life that that this situation, just dealing with somebody, that it would turn into what it has turned into, the nightmare that it has turned the holidays into. Guys, and I'm not gonna take my foot off their neck. They cruddy, man. They cruddy. They know what they doing. I know you think they don't know what they doing, but I want you to ask yourself, who else is mad? Who else is mad at the holidays? Who else is starting stuff? Y'all in a house together or a place together, and you trying to figure out, you sitting there going back and forth with this person, and you trying to figure out who's starting it. That's how confused they got you. Both of y'all know who's starting it. Both of y'all know who's starting it. Okay? Let's stop all of the being fair and trying to give them the benefit of the doubt and trying to make up these stories like we arguing. No, you arguing. You starting the argument. Yes, they are intentionally. Guys, they'll talk to you. You walk home some days they won't even say hi to you. And then by the time they got you walking on eggshells, now they want to talk to you when you walk in the house. And now now it's you. Well, I didn't say anything to you today. I mean, I thought that stuff that we went through the other day was squash. I thought we turned over a new leaf today.
We got over that.
Yeah,
that's their favorite. I thought we got over that. Oh,
I thought we got past
that's old.
Exactly.
That's old.
You bringing up old stuff.
Yep.
And you just sitting there confused because you're like, oh, you acting like a human today. And guys, this is how they get you. This is how they get you right here. The moment you start talking and show that person, okay, all right, we good. All right, we good. The moment you start talking, they like, got you again. Got you again. I got you again. It's too easy.
Yeah.
It's a game that they don't stop playing on you, man.
But you can't win for losing. You starting stuff if you talk. You're starting stuff if you don't talk. It's always something
Exactly.
wrong with you, whether you open your mouth or you just go silent. You shut down because you're tired and you're drained and you can't give anymore. And now you're the problem. You can't win or
Now
lose
you're the
with these
problem.
people. Yep.
They know that eventually you're going to shut it down. They know this. You're not the first person that hit this, that they've gotten this result from. So that's why they say, okay, I got to calm it down because I done got you mad. So, and then guys, this the one you better really be aware of. The one that the victim, oh man, I feel so bad. I messed up your holiday. I feel so bad that I showed out.
Oh gosh.
And it just be sarcasm. They'll be like, well, I'm sorry for messing up your Thanksgiving. Don't mean
It's
none
just
of
like
it.
that.
Right.
Yep.
But this is everybody. This is like the twisted serpent. Like when we dealing with a narcissist, what's in them, that snake serpent is designed to twist your words. Every conversation is going to be a twisting of something. They know, they wake up locked and loaded. They don't like you. They don't like your family. They don't even like themselves. They hate themselves. Everything is based out of they don't even know who they are, but just everything is a demonic cluster of chaos, confusion, corruption, and everything that's bad. And that's what they like. They
You know
like
what? Hey,
the
Keish,
wicked
you know
and
what?
chaos.
I think actually I'm gonna agree with you on that one part right there. I'm gonna agree with you on that. When you said they actually don't know who they are. Meaning it ain't that they don't know what they doing,
Right.
but they just like, I know I don't feel the same way everybody else feels.
No.
So yeah, that part.
They don't even feel the same way day to day from person to person. Everything is a mask. They know how they want to act to achieve a certain goal. They know that much. But as far as anything else, like they just so far, when you far removed from God, you far removed from yourself and your identity. It's just wickedness.
Yes.
Like everything that they do is a plot and a scheme for something evil. Like if they are, even if it's a happy celebration, even I could take this, I could take what went on with family stuff and eating and everything. If somebody is seeing everybody laughing and smiling, the grandma came out. Like she in her 90s, bro. You just had a 94th birthday. You should be cool. Why everybody making noise and the kids not doing this? Blah, blah, blah. You know, it's like somebody had to have a downer because
There
it
you
was just
go.
too much joy in the air. And
But
that's
but but
how
hold it.
narcissists are.
Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. There's more. There's more. Narcissistics 101 said, and they'll be sitting there like, remember when this happened? And then when you say you remember, they say that never happened. And
Oh yeah.
that's exactly what they gonna do. They gonna sit there and after they done destroyed, they done set something off and did something crazy. Now it never happened. Like,
You
what's
know
wrong
what?
with you?
I'm gonna have to disagree with you guys. They know exactly who they are. They know when they're failures in life. They know that they are F ups. They just hoping that you don't see it. They want you to see something in them that they can never see in themselves. And even if you validate that because they don't see it, they think you're lying and that you see them the way that they see themselves. And they have to create chaos in order to sabotage because they feel like you see them for who they are. They know who they are and they know who they not.
And that's like when we have our identity shaping, a lot of time, like our true identity is in Christ. So when people are not born again, they not born again. When people are not born again, they know the lies that the enemy created them to be. They know whatever family bloodline, whatever it came from, whatever environment it is, but our true identity is in Christ. That's who we are, and we're children of him, and we won't know that until we're born again and connected to him. When they children of wrath, and as we were, that's what the Bible said, we was the same way, children of wrath, before we came to know him. They still in the wrath. So what they know is what is telling them in their thoughts who they are supposed to be, and that's the enemy. He always telling them you this, you that, like they fully loaded. And when they have these strongholds that they constantly build throughout life, it's a fortress of strongholds. it's nothing can get through to that. Those scales are so thick. When we try to talk to them or we try to reason with them, once Leviathan is in a play, and can nothing get through those scales. Our words get twisted because he's a twisted serpent. So they operating out of idolatry, witchcraft. That's snake spirits. So we sitting here dealing with a whole snake that leashed itself onto us, taking them to families, taking them to doing this and that, thinking we about to tame a snake. You can never tame a
No,
serpent.
no,
Narcissist is that's a
cannot do it.
far deep end of wickedness. It's like total antichrist. Like they totally sold out. Only God can help them with a miracle. But a lot of them are so skilled at what they're doing, they don't want the help. So we try to salvage these relationships. We try to salvage these marriages, thinking that they just might change, even if it's the children, but they're not going to change.
You
It's
know,
false hope.
Mojo said they say, I don't remember you making stuff up. I never said that. I never done that. And they do that.
They do that.
But
They
when
famous for that.
they cannot gaslight you into believing that they didn't say that or they don't remember, then they'll say you did that. That's your fault. They start blaming you because they cannot gaslight you and they know you remember exactly what they did and what they said. So now they start blaming you, saying you caused that. I did this because you did that. That's their game. If they can't gaslight you, blame you.
And it's part
And
of the
that's the only
diagnosis,
game
like
that they're good
history.
at. That's the
That's
game
it.
that they're best at. And one thing you're gonna learn in this relationship with that narc is they're going to show you. See, they're not gonna show you when it comes to loving on you and treating you fair, treating you nice, being what you want. But when it comes down to being everything you despise, when it comes down to being low down, dirty, and cruddy, cutthroat, they gonna show you and prove to you they the worst you ever met in your life.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the subtle deception. It's because they have it's history revisionism and stuff where they just kind of revise history. That's part of it. They all do it. They will recreate history to tailor to whatever destructive pattern they on. Because in their mind, as soon as they think it, they believe it. They actually believe their own lies, which is insanity. They really delusional and insane. But they sit there, and the whole thing is to constantly keep you in a state of confusion, in a state of chaos, in a state of brain fog, so that they are extracting whatever they need to extract from you, because they're parasitic. And they feel like they need to have you around, but that's because you probably have some energy that you give it, life energy. They don't have that. So they sit around, they will complain all the time. They will hide your things, like especially if y'all about to go somewhere during this time or going to see family. Hide the keys. Hide something important that you need. Hide something important that the children need. They're gonna act up, so that you might have to leave early. Either they're gonna say, I don't want to go in there, and they'll stay in the car, or they'll say, I'm gonna walk home. Like, these are all the things that they do to ruin your moment, ruin your day, because they don't want anybody celebrated or have attention other than them.
Oh, don't forget this part, Keisha. If they do go in, they're sitting there and won't talk to nobody.
Won't talk or talk negative about somebody, and for like the host or the mom or something, say something very inappropriate so that everybody will get mad, and then they'll storm out like, I'm gonna walk home. Like, this is so common that I even seen it start happening in the next generation with they narcs. You got narcs with narcs now, and everybody, they coming together because the girls is not wearing things, so they scared of who gonna be there. Like, these are things you have to deal with. Playing games all the time. The females, they want to dress inappropriate because they want to manipulate you to go somewhere you don't want to go. And then with the guys, they don't. It's still the same thing. Like, they do stuff too. They triangulate. So everybody is doing stuff, and people on the outside can see the narking, but this is what happens. Everybody's cheating, for one. Nobody faithful. But during that time, they got to have an appearance only for social media that they together and a family are an image thing. But nobody getting along. People sitting in cars, people threatening to walk home. All of that stuff is still going on because it's still Narcville. It's still chaos, confusion, calamity, destruction, nothing good.
See, and that's the thing. A lot of people like, why won't they just stay with another narcissist? That's because they're battling on who's going to create the chaos. If they can't be the one to create the chaos, then they can't stay in that situation with that person because they with somebody who is equally toxic and
Yes.
who's willing to go to the pits of hell with them to get them back. And that's why they rather be with somebody like us who's the emotional tampon, emotional punching bag for them,
Yeah.
so that we can soak up all that abuse and continue to fight for that relationship, fight for that marriage. Don't want to give up on them because of their childhood. We act like we could fix something that they can't fix themselves, that even God is not even trying to touch. He's like, hey, y'all gotta come to
Stay
me.
away from them, right? Because they contaminated. It's like it's venom.
God said,
Everything
I'm here
is
to destroy
toxic.
that.
You looking at the next set of guys like the new set. Every time it's a rotation. The next time everybody come together, it'll be another set. It's a rotation, and you're looking at them like they like, hey, what's up? Y'all excited today? Next time it'll be sadness, then it'll be nothing. Like this is how it is in the land of Narc. They just you can't be alone, so they gotta bring somebody. So they might have met somebody last week, and that's the person that they so in love with this week, and that's the person they show out. Next holiday, nothing. They gone. They don't exist. It's another one there, and it's a story behind it. It's always something crazy in the land of Narc. But the whole time, the guys is on their own. Like the females, they doing their own thing. They with their friends, they doing stuff, they texting, they leaving. The guys sitting there new, don't know nobody, feeling uncomfortable. You just like, welcome to the house of Narc. You
But you
might
know
want to
what?
leave.
I want to say this real fast. Like I mentioned last time, that somebody around my house just got unalived. And then, like last night, two people just got unalived at a nightclub. And unfortunately, people that I know these people, but these people were not the best people. And I'm saying that to say I don't wish that on no one, but karma definitely comes around because the two people that were murdered at the, oh, forgive me for saying that, were unalived at the nightclub. Their family is known for being a menace. And so, that finally caught up with them. And then the guy who got unalived down the street from me, literally a block away, I could see from my doorstep. I was walking my dog and he yelled something out to me, while riding his bike. And I guess some female made him mad or something. And he was like, I slap HOEs, looking at me and saying something about, I don't have no love for HOEs. He was like, because I'm a YN. And, just yelling that to me. And I'm like, just walking my dog. I just kept going. And then now this happens. So, people are not taking this anymore. I mean, it's not, we might have a kind heart, but these people run into people who don't have that patience for them, that don't have that care, don't have that love. You can't talk to everybody and do everybody like that because that's going to come back on you eventually. And that's what's going on in this world today. It is truly happening. I've been out this way all of probably 8 years, and I've never even heard of two of these things happening. And now it's happening because people are not taking it anymore. People are not scared of them anymore. They understand what's going on and they're not tolerating it. I don't have the heart to do it, but if I have to defend myself, I will. But, that's what's happening now.
It's very dangerous out here. And the kind of shenanigans that narcissists pull, it's a very dangerous situation. Like they will set you up. Like you will be engaging in some type of altercation you have no knowledge why you're in, because of the things that they've been doing are triangulating. They play a very dangerous game, and that's just with emotions. Not to say like all the nastiness and STDs and everything else going on that they dealing with and spreading around, because they don't have, it's not like they think about it like, oh my gosh, I got to think about the person I'm cheating on and I'm going to use protection. They don't think like that at all. They nasty. They only think this is what I'm going to do right now at this second, and that's it. And hopefully they find out so I can twist it and lie to them and laugh and see how long it take for them to figure out I'm lying. That's how they mind think. Like they mind literally, they get pleasure out of your torment of trying to figure it out. They know you're going to sit there and put things together. They knew that about you when they approached you because they already studied you beforehand. They know that they're going to gaslight, and every time that they get you to second guess yourself, they get pleasure out of it because they already feel like you were, above them in some way. They idealized you and they got to bring you under. And that's their goal, is to keep you under. So every attack is meant for them to keep you underneath them, bring you down beneath their level so they can stomp on you. Every single attack. Because the more they chip away
baby.
at your self-esteem, the more you will start to believe their words, and that will become your identity, and that's a low self-worth. So when they leave and do what they do, you're gonna try to fight for that because they brought you down to that.
Hey guys, I don't know what's going on right this second. It's like Keisha and China just twirling over here.
Oh wow, we can see you fine.
Come on, StreamYard. Is it StreamYard? Is it somebody else pushing a button? You getting them Narcs mad, man.
They are.
It seems like every time we take over the show, don't give him an opportunity to talk, it just boot him out like, man.
Oh my gosh, yes.
But I see a lot of people are saying that they've been hoovered. I am so grateful that, nobody tried to hoover me for the holidays. Oh my God, I am so unreachable. I mean, other than them seeing me on here, there's nothing they can do. They can put something in the chat and try to hoover me.
Oh, y'all hear me? Because mine is still twirling.
We can hear you.
We can hear and see you.
Mine's just twirling, man. Let me see how it looks on YouTube. Let me pull this up.
We can hear and see you just fine.
Good gracious, man. Y'all see how they do? Y'all see how this internet do?
Anybody have a holiday hoover? If y'all do like a one or something, I want to know who all had a holiday hoover.
Not me.
They do crazy. They do slick stuff. Like they try to reach out to the kids like, hey, I'm going to come by tomorrow. Just try to take y'all to get some. You ain't got to come by nowhere. Like, you don't have to do none of that. That's what they do.
Because they're desperate now. Like I said, people are not tolerating.
So all right, I can see y'all on my phone. Okay, now y'all not spinning no more. Oh my gosh. Y'all been on my page, y'all been spinning for the last 3-4 minutes.
No, that was you, Harry. You drunk.
I'm sitting here like, but guys, in all seriousness, this whole world now in this country is all about the internet and masters of the internet. And these broken signals and this craziness. We supposed to be the leader in what? Technology somewhere?
Who said that?
Somebody here saying it.
You know what? The only thing we care more about when it comes to electronics is for our weapons, our military weapons. Other than that, everybody else have us beat.
And look, even that has shown to be not the truth. Nowhere near the truth.
See?
Nowhere near the truth. We just been lied to, man. Yeah, we just been lied to.
Whole lives. In America, that's the biggest narc. The government, they narking. Everybody narking. That's how they got it started. They trained and groomed up narcs because you go to the schools and all of that stuff. They start cheating on tests, and then they become personable and personalities. Who do they glorify? They was glorifying the mean girls, the jocks, and all of that. That's promoting that behavior. So then once they grow up, and then you got a culture that simulates that. We got a bunch of narcissists on our hands. And that's where we at, and we have to be able to screen it. And not even if they meet the diagnosis is something else. Like if they can meet enough criteria, they fully loaded with superpower demons. But you got even people who are toxic, but just might not meet all the criteria, whatever. And if you're in a situation that's breaking you down, you still have to look at pros and cons, and you still have to address things like, okay, am I getting sick? Am I getting migraines? Am I getting, am I having push pull? Am I having twisting or gaslighting? Am I having a fear, obligation, and guilt, that brain fog? Am I losing concentration? Am I being distracted a lot? Look at the symptoms. If symptoms are happening, then there's something that you have to evaluate with this connection that you might have to separate from. Because it can be family, it can be coworkers. Even a lot of times you get caught up with coworkers because y'all get to talking and everything, but that coworker can be setting you up. Do you have fear, obligation, and guilt with the boss? Do you have fear, obligation, and guilt? Do you have anxiety a lot when you're on a job? Like you have to look at these situations in every area of your life. With adult children, do you have these symptoms? Because adult children, some of them got them traits. They might not be diagnosed, but they might have traits or have toxic behavior that you got to kind of distance yourself from or put strong boundaries on. Because go ahead.
But you know what? I realized ahead of time when I was working with a narcissist, and in the state where I was, it's one party consent when you record. And so I started recording a lot of things, that she was saying and coworkers were saying that she was telling us to do, which break the rules, and if OSHA had come in or the state or something, they could have gotten in trouble. And that's how I ended up, getting my injury. And I told them how, because I was told to do something that wasn't proper. And I was trying to help her out so she wouldn't get in trouble. But I'm saying this to say is a lot of times we can't separate ourselves from jobs because there's a narcissist on the job. That it's hard to find paying jobs nowadays. It's hard to find a living wage out there, especially where I'm at. So for us to tell people to quit their jobs because a narcissist is on their job, that's not the best advice. And I know you didn't say that, Keisha.
Yeah, but I didn't like separate from talking to that person.
A lot of people say that. And I'm telling them that's not the best course of action, because that your livelihood depends on that. We have given you guys more.
A lot of people, them narcs, when they get they going on that job to get a certain position because they dreaming about having some power over somebody to be able to make your life a living hell every single day. They want you in a place where you ready to just unalive yourself if you gotta keep coming to work. It's people out there that do everything they can. And see, to us, it looks like they just want a better job. No, they don't just want a better job. No, they want that job because that job they feel allows them the opportunity to pick with people, to go in there and harass people, to do all kinds of craziness. I tell you, one of the best feelings that I had when I retired, y'all hear that? When I retired was my supervisor, the supervisor that worked under me, my direct supervisor. She swore that I had something against her. Oh my goodness. She swore I had something against her. And I told her one time, because I wrote her up now. It wasn't no, we had this harmonious relationship because, she had some stuff with her. But me as a manager, I always felt that I always knew, because I've been in the company long enough, I knew that as long as I leave these people alone, they're going to come to work every day. I let you do whatever you want to do as long as you do your job in this amount of time, man, do it how you got to do it. And the
he's not.
system worked. It worked seamlessly with 98% of the people. But you always gonna have those people that's going, you always gonna have those people on there. You're not gonna ever get to a job where everybody in there is doing what they're supposed to do. That's just not gonna happen in this world. So she thought that I had this thing against her and this and that. And I was like, nah, really, I'm training you to replace me because I'm not gonna be here that much longer. Okay. And when I left, she was in charge. And she knew how to run the operation the way my boss wanted the operation ran. And she came to me, thanked me, appreciated me, bought me gifts at my retirement. Said, I don't know how to repay you, man. Because she saw. One thing you're not going to be able to say about me is I'm taking it personal with somebody. I'm like, listen, you ain't coming to my house for dinner and I ain't coming to your house for dinner. You will not be able to say that it's personal. It's because it's not. It's not. But some people, and we know, and her and I know some people that wanted that. I mean, it's people stabbing her in the back right now because they want that job bad. They want it bad. They want that job bad. Yeah. And the bottom line is that no, I know they want it. And I'm trying to position you so that you can get it because you don't want to work for one of these jokers. Right. Oh man, because it is going to be personal. You're going to be walking in here ready to fight somebody. Because that's what some people who are put in power positions, that's all they know. They got it. You're going to do what I say. And they don't care how they talk to you. They don't care what they say to you. They are there to shove it down your throat. They in there on a vendetta. And guys, I'm saying and telling y'all this story because I want y'all to understand. When you go to work, man, some of them people who y'all can't nobody get along with, they can't get along with those people because that person is there fulfilling a vendetta. Okay, that's a narcissist. A narcissist has a vendetta. Oh yeah, this happened to me and I'm gonna get everybody I can get.
Yeah. And then you think you're going and reporting it to a higher up. That's just a bigger narc.
Hey, friend.
They are friends. And they stick together, especially against somebody like you. I've had that experience. You're just going to somebody because these higher ups are trained to be heartless because they have to do the job that nobody else will do. And that's look you in the eye with a straight face and tell you are no longer needed. And they do that time and time again and don't have no feelings about it. Don't care how you and your family is going to survive. And they were hired to do just that because they're good at it.
And when somebody have this happening, it's good to always have an email trail. Got to do that. Know how the laws are. Know all your policies. If you're going to stay there, I always recommend looking for something else because if it's a boss or superior, they're not going to let up. Most of the ones that was narcs at my jobs, we ended up having a court case and I would win. And it's because it was so much insanity.
Yeah,
I had so narc bosses that would tell me things. I said, when you having a conversation with me, I'm gonna have to put it in writing because you just straight lie. And it get to the point where I had to talk to them that way because they kept doing disrespectful things, even with the nice talk. I had a dead rat in my office. I was the only MP, but this lady just had the narcissism in her. She just couldn't let it go. So I'm like, it's a dead rat. Somebody put a dead rat in here because the dead rat wasn't in here when I left yesterday, and it's dead like somebody did something to it, and nobody else in here got a dead rat. But then, it's all funny and giggles. They would put little witch things in there. It was so tormenting and crazy. And anytime I went to the higher up, because I had HR, I had everybody involved.
But
Keisha, they would just be like, you're not
what you're saying. Listen to what you're saying. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
you gotta go. You can't just go to work every day and do your job. No,
It's
no, you need
But
you
with no,
need
there's
records,
nothing
you
is
need
simple.
background, you need witnesses, you need statements, you need your union
Yeah,
rep, you got to go to this next person, you got to do all of these things and
it's gonna
some
work.
more stuff.
and then when they don't do nothing, that person torture you even more because now
Right.
they know you're gonna go and tell. And Keisha, all of that was designed to make you look crazy
Yeah.
because anybody else would have looked and said, well, maybe it came in through something and just died. Maybe it got a hold of some poison and that happened. But you know in your heart of hearts that
Yeah.
somebody put that there and they knew that somebody was going to think otherwise. That was designed to make you
Mm-hmm.
look crazy.
Yeah. And a lot of bad
Man,
things happened to them afterwards, like after I left, because they just was bad, wicked people. But a lot of bad things did happen to them, and I didn't wish nothing bad on them. I just wanted to be out of there. But it was just, it's so much evil that somebody can build up in their heart. Because this lady would just say so many crazy things, like, "How did you go to school? Well, who paid for it?" Like she would say little demeaning things, and it's
mhm.
like that's not even your business, but that she will come to them and cry and feel like and say she feel intimidated, like I don't know how to approach her because she's so intimidating and she yells at me. And I told her, like, lady, look, I have no reason to yell at you. I'm just really trying to clock in, work, and leave. If I yelled at somebody,
Oh,
you
you can
would
forget
know
that.
it. It wouldn't just go to yelling, it would escalate. That
No,
didn't
you, Keisha, you
I
you
don't
you
even have
think
a
you
yelling
if
voice.
you think you just gonna come up in this building
Right.
trying to look cute and think you just gonna do your job and go home, you must be crazy. If I worked all this time and did all the sacrifices I had and begged and pleaded and all the people I done dogged out to get this job, and you think I'm not gonna dog you to the absolute fullest, and I know that's all you want to do is come in here. See, and that's how narcissists are. They know all you want to do is have
Yeah.
peace. Can we just get along? Can this just be peaceful? Can work be a pleasant place for us? Guys, because I made work a pleasant place, I
Yes.
made it pleasant for people to show up. They not walking in there scared of the manager.
Right.
I made it so they rarely even saw me. I learned from some of the best. Like, man, you ain't even gonna really know I'm here most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, I'm telling y'all, and that's why right now my unit still the number one in that section of Maryland. Still
Mm-hmm.
number one, because when you learn a system of how to work with people, because guys, a
Yeah.
narcissist ain't gonna work with people. They
No.
gonna be buck wild, off the chain every day, throwing paperwork. That's all they know. Confusion
Yelling.
and chaos. They thrive in total chaos. And they
All
want
late.
everybody on the job to experience that level of chaos, because to them, they a mighty morphin ninja turtle or something. They like I'm mighty man or I'm mighty woman, and nobody better not come in this job thinking it's gonna be this, that, no. I'm
Oh, yeah.
gonna knock you out.
Mm-hmm.
No, you not. You ain't gonna
It,
do nothing.
insanity, and they make up stuff as they go along. Like she was doing something with a minute. It was crazy. She was like, "Well, you didn't follow a direct order." I was like, I don't know how else to explain it to you, bro. I'm medical. Like you in a whole different board. You're not my supervisor like you think. You do this, but you can't say how I write scripts and things. I was like, that's not even in your scope of practice. Like you can't even legally say that. But it gets so ugly when you're dealing with narcissists because they mainly just want they have a discrediting spirit. My
Oh,
brother
yeah.
came up with that. He was
There
like,
you go.
some people just got a
Woo!
discrediting
Good
spirit.
God.
They want to discredit everything you
Whoa,
say.
whoa,
They
whoa,
ain't even
whoa.
got to
We
be
ain't
right.
gonna just run past that. We ain't gonna just run past
Like,
that.
that's
That's
what
that's a
it is.
that's a new one. Discrediting spirit.
Yep.
Everything you do, it wasn't good enough, and you're not getting credit for that.
Right.
I don't care that you did your whole job, but it's a I right there, and it don't have a dot on it. So
Yeah.
you're not getting paid for today.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you
you're
know
not
how
getting
you
paid
want
for
to
the day.
just go to work and go home. When you with the narcissist, all you want to do is just go home from work, probably fix something to eat, probably make sure everybody okay, and relax so you can rest and get ready again for tomorrow. The narc will never let you do that. That
No.
will never happen in a
Listen,
narcissist home.
Imagine.
and I'm gonna tell y'all this too, because one of my people in here, my girl Marilyn is in here, so I know from people she work with. Good God Almighty, good God Almighty. If miserable was a person, that this person would be in the dictionary under want everybody in the building to be miserable.
Oh
Walk
yeah.
around with a chip on their shoulder daily
Mhm.
and for
Daily.
nothing. For
Imagine
Exactly.
working.
nothing.
Imagine working with one and then have to go home to one.
Yes. That's
But
But
how
you
it's
know what?
that's
but
I
let me
was
tell y'all this
insanity.
too. Let me tell y'all this too. Because I know what it's like on both sides of the fence. And I see
Mhm.
that same person. Hey, Marilyn, you know who I'm talking about. I see that same person getting chewed out every single day because that's their life. They're
Mhm.
committed to chaos.
yeah.
They're
Yeah.
I,
committed to chaos, and they think that if they can just pass the buck, it won't be on them anymore. They just want to see everybody else in the fryer, but they always end up in the fryer. And that same person literally want to quit, don't want to be there neither, and
Yeah.
just make it impossible for anybody else to be at peace around them.
look, I saw a comment. I wanna say something too. Somebody said the new supply looked like they survived a nuclear war. That's because that's because they go out and find these people who are not the best looking and make them think that they are.
Yeah.
And these people truly believe, and that's why you run into these other suppliers that think they're better looking than you when you know they're
Yeah.
not. They think they got more because they didn't put all this in these
Yes.
people's head to make them feel like they're better than you. And
Mm.
if they can convince you of that, and that other person keep nailing that in your head, because they attack you with all of that, try to
Yeah.
both of them will attack you and try to make it seem like that they're just the best couple. This person has everything that you didn't have. This
Mhm.
person looked better than you. This person make me feel this way. And you know this person looks like they just survived. I mean, just the worst thing in the world. Like they've been in a war, like they got war stars on their faces. And you're like, what the? That's what you wanted? Yes, because
Mhm.
that's what gave them what they were lacking in that moment. They didn't care what it looked like. What they were giving them is what they were looking at, not what they look like.
And it make you
There you
feel worse.
go.
It's a 2-for-1er. It's gonna make
Thanks
you
for that
feel
super
worse because
chat,
you're gonna be like,
Jazzy.
for
Mwah.
real. It's gonna. That's how they always want to demean you. And if you ever curious on who like the primary target or whatever for the Terminator, because these narcs are Terminators, they always the ones that are the hoovering. Like even when it can be 5-10 years down the line, they doing something else and everything, they still attacking you. And you just like, I don't even remember you. You in a whole different timeline and you still attacking me. They still doing vindictive things to attack you because you cut off everything and you made sure they not nowhere in your life. Go ahead and be happy. But when you are that Terminator target, they gonna still be doing vindictive stuff. So the person they with or the people they with is
Mm-hmm.
always somebody that they triangulating with you. Still, if they still doing shenanigans to you, still trying to ruin your life, know that you are in the conversation and you are in the
And
triangulation.
yeah, and they make that person compete with you because that
Yes,
person too deep down knows, some of them know that they not a looker, and they
yeah,
see you and they be like, man, and then that person want to break you, and
for
that's
real.
why you be having these people like, aha, I took your man. That's the thing now. People bragging about
Yeah.
taking somebody's man. No, you didn't take my
Right.
man. You can't take nothing that I didn't own. This is just a pass around. This is community property. It's just your turn. And then when it's done with you, it's going to be the next person's turn. So you didn't take anything that was never bought.
And when was that a prize? When is it a prize to go after somebody that's in something? That's a desperation. That's not a prize. That's not something you want to admit to. That's like a oops, they were lying. We're no longer together. But people get this.
Because it's easier to compete with one person for a person than many, and that's why if you messing with somebody that's in something, you competing with one person. If you out
Whoa.
there looking for something, you competing with several, and they know they can't compete where they don't compare, and so that's why
Yeah.
they rather go take something somebody else have.
Woo.
That's
Hey,
the
hey,
Lulu
China.
land.
Hey,
Because they
China,
got you gotta be the Lulu.
you
If
just
they
dropped
cheating,
the whole bomb on that one right there.
yeah,
Ladies and
it's low
gentlemen, y'all hear that?
self-worth.
She said the reason why. Oh my God, that was a bomb right there. She said the reason why someone would rather chase someone who is taken is because it's easier to compete with one person than it is to compete out here in this open range of people. And that makes all the sense in the world.
In
But at the
some
same
worlds,
time, it still doesn't make sense because that's somebody, if you can take them from that person, don't you know that person gonna do the same thing to you?
exactly. It should be a single person who's single available. They know who they are in God. You know you are in God. You single available. Let God be the matchmaker. Because I don't want somebody that's definitely don't want that. And it's enough out here. I guess it's enough for people. But even when making a decision on who you gonna be with, God gotta be involved. Are you gonna pick wrong? Because everybody's
But a lot
picker.
of people are not waiting for God. A lot of people don't care what God has to offer. And that's
They
us.
don't.
We go through
You was
God for our mate. Obviously, we didn't because of what we ended up with.
I
But a
was
lot of people
right.
they don't care. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna extend on that too. And not only is it easier to compete with one person, it's easier to compete with one person than you know all the flaws because they go over there and pillow talk and tell this person everything about you,
There
what
you
you're
go.
doing, what you're not doing, what you're lacking, everything. So that's an unfair fight. People would rather have an unfair fight than to have to go out there and truly compete with somebody that they don't know for somebody
Yeah.
that they want, and they're not going to win that battle.
There
And
you
them
go.
Especially the way
marks is
these people that they pick be looking. Oh hell
yeah.
no, no.
And they still in the unfair fight because everything was a lie. Even the things they said, they they don't even know what they're dealing with. Because every time the
Mm-hmm.
snake shed their skin, it's a worse snake. It's a more venomous snake. And so the
Yeah.
next one get the more poison, then the next one get more poison. I mean, this stuff, because snakes are chameleons, they can blend in. Even if you think of how snakes are in the wild, they can blend in. They can look like a stick. You can be carrying sticks and it be a snake, but the venomous and the poison will kill you. And that's what they got going on. And they pillow talking when they trashing somebody else. They dealing with the whole snake still. They still entangled. Anybody that got out
Yeah.
of this, at least you free and can get the poison out. Them, they jacked up. Because they don't even know they
They
getting
can't
bit
get
by the
it out. They
poison
can't get
still.
out of it. They can't figure it out. And that's a lot
They
of the
can't.
reason that the new person is so frustrated. We think
Mhm.
that the new person is some guys. Our misconception of what the new person is going through is so wrong. I'm telling you, you have no clue of the hell that the new person had to endure dealing with them. You have no clue. That person that you felt like stole the narc from you, you have no clue as to what level of hell that new person is dealing with. Because first of all, they didn't take something that was yours. They took something that's for everybody.
Yeah.
Number one, you did not lose anything because you never had that.
No.
That person is for the streets, meaning they for anybody that want them. And the new person now has to figure out, I know you ain't doing that to me. After all I just put up with and all I helped you through with, you claim your ex was doing and the whole and see the thing is the new person know that they lying to themselves too. Because the new person sitting there and they know they watching the narc lie to you. They think it's funny. They think it's funny when the narc, oh man, they sitting right next to you and they on the phone and they saying, hey, XYZ, y'all, and they on the phone and they saying, oh my God, I don't feel like talking to them. What should I tell this person? What should I tell? Oh my God, they just won't stop. And the whole time they're not telling the new person that they've been texting you. They're not telling the new person that, y'all talked earlier, everything was fine earlier. They're not telling that person that. They are, and then when they get around you, everything is an argument. Yes. Everything they say, everything they do is gonna be an argument. What's you? What are you talking about? I turned the air conditioning down. You the one I'm tired of this. I don't want to hear it. Everything you say, everything you think,
air condition.
It's going to be escalated to the next level. They're gonna gaslight you every time you talk. I don't care if you walk in there and say, "Hey, you want anything?" Oh my God, what you doing now? I didn't ask you for nothing. Can you just leave me? What? They keep attention. They keep it. And guys, and this is what I'm saying. If you're dealing with any of these signs, let me tell you and let me promise you something. The only reason somebody got a funky little attitude with you about everything, because they think they got this other person. They got another person. But they think that thing is they like, oh yeah, now I got him now. I'm this solid over here now. I don't need you, and now I need some distance from you because I'm really, I'm laying this foundation over here. We pouring the concrete in this foundation now. Yep. So I don't need nobody that's gonna help come over here and crack that foundation.
Yeah, and then like now I need to get away for about a week. To go over here and sleep with this person for a whole week to get them hooked on me. And that's why they'll get into an argument and say they was at their mom's house or their sister's house for that entire week to tell people, oh, I'm about to do this. If such and such call for me, say you ain't seen me or I don't want to talk. They have all that planned, everything figured out. And that's why I'm saying y'all think that these people don't know, their family don't know. Yes, they do, because they cover for them. Their boys cover for them. Their cousins cover for them. People cover for them because they know who they are and they get a kick out of watching them do this to people, because 9 times out of 10 they do it themselves.
Yeah, and they got it like next
watching them because they know deep down, they know that person trifling, and some people get a kick out of knowing that, okay, my life might not be where I want it, but I ain't as trifling as you, because you still at this very age still running the same game. And ain't nothing changed your whole life, and you still wondering why it won't come together, and it ain't never coming together. Guys, I'm telling y'all, some of y'all were dealing with people, their life ain't never gonna come together. Nope. You trying to sit in there and save it. You want to be their savior. You want to be the one to help them, to be the one that understood them. You gonna be another one on the long list of people that failed also. You gonna be the next notch on that belt. You're not going to save that narcissist. No,
we try to save people who are consistent on sabotaging. They blow up everything and we try to fix it and they blow it up. We have to learn, if somebody blows something up, that's not what they want. That's what you want. And that you need to leave that person alone, because now you're going to be that age in life with nothing to show for what you did for your life or what you have in life. And a lot of people are covered for them too, because they want to see y'all relationship break up because you're a good person. And that they could be jealous or they could want you and help that person destroy. Give them that advice. Yeah, you should go do this. Yeah, why do you let her or him do this to you? People, they have other narcissists too in their ear that's helping them blow up their situation out of jealousy.
There you go.
And it's
And you
if
know
you
what?
when you
You're right. That another they gonna keep some other narcs around
yeah,
them,
they hang
and the
together.
narcs around them are jealous of them. They're
Yeah,
jealous of you. They hate the fact that y'all got something. It's people around them. It's people around some of us.
yeah.
Man, they hate. They see you in something. Man, they hate it. They like,
Yeah.
oh my God, you about to be happy
It be the
again?
family you real close to. That family you real close to. Well, if they bitter, because that bitter root, that's that toxic poison that
That's
sets
it.
up. If
That's
they
it.
talking and they the main one you go to and they constantly in your ear, they will make sure you make the wrong decisions in your life. That's the whole mission.
Every
Because
time.
it make them feel better to keep you in a little pity
To
party because
keep
they
because
mad.
misery
They
loves company. They
yes. So
miserable and they want some company.
So they'll,
Thanks for that
they'll
super
tell you
chat,
how to
Jazzy.
sabotage
Mwah.
something. And then y'all talk about the sabotage. I can't believe what this person said. I can't believe what this one did. All of it is toxic gossip. And it's feeding more and more poison, which is fuel. And then next thing you know, you still in an entanglement or you accept a Hoover from the narcissist. Because it all come from the same toxic waters. Everything with them is toxic. And toxic that happens first in the spirit, it gets to the body. Next thing you know, it's coming out your pores. It's
There
coming
you
in
go.
other areas. It's inflammation. It's things that's growing that shouldn't be growing. All of that stuff is from their toxic poison. Because even if you're the quiet type, even if you're the type that let things slide, I'm going to just let that slide. I'm going to be the peacekeeper. I'm going to be the better person. You can't just keep absorbing words because words can hurt you. Sticks and stones, they will break your bones, but words will hurt you worse. Words will absorb in your soul. And when you get them words there, even if you trying to ignore them, your soul hears them. And it's still making an imprint in there in your subconscious. So when they say all of these things like, I can't stand you anyway, that's why I'm about to be with somebody else, blah, 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 blah. Even if you like, I'm ignoring them, I'm going to just keep cooking. When that person, you wake up at 1 or 2 in the morning and they gone, you don't even know that they left. You gonna automatically remember that in your soul that they said that's why they don't want to be with you. They're gonna be with somebody else, and you're gonna feel like they cheating. Then you can't sleep. Then you're gonna be looking out the window, wondering like, is they coming home tonight? And these be people you married to. How did they leave? Why did they? What they doing now? Then that's an argument whenever they do come, because they're gonna be like, well, I got called into this job that I'm gonna do for a friend at night shift, but you don't have a job. That's when this is how this go with narcissists, because it starts with a excuse that makes no sense. They have no job, but they gonna help a friend move at night, or they have no job, but they ran out and all of a sudden got a job for 8 hours when you were sleeping. This is they went to the store because they needed something, and the 10 stores didn't have it in your city, so they had to go to the other city. That's why it took so long. But this
Come
is
on.
what you wanted, right? Remember,
Hey,
you said that a week ago, right? This is the stuff that you're going to deal with, dealing with a snake with venomous
There
poison,
you go.
trying to
Hey, look,
poison
hey,
you
Keith,
and
while we on
terminate
the topic, you're gonna notice. You're
you.
gonna
That's
notice
how
that all that time they had for you, mm,
it is.
when they entertaining other people, they just don't. You can't be in two places at the same time.
yeah.
Right.
So they gonna call you, but that conversation gonna be short,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna leave you wondering like, what's going on. They gotta talk to somebody. It's some family member. They gotta talk to a family member because that's the best lie in the book. I
Yeah.
gotta talk to my cousin, or I gotta talk to my mother. I gotta talk to my father. But and then you sitting there like, you've been talking to your father for the last 4 hours. You a lie. You a fool, guys. When you see it, listen, man. We at the age now where you can lie to yourself if you want, but you the one gonna suffer the consequences.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
that person tell you they're gonna call you back, and you next thing you look up and they said you said call me right back in a few minutes, and it's 3 hours later and they just getting back to you. Guys, all I'm saying is every now and then you can get into a conversation. They be like, look, me and my friend, we was having this debate about blah, blah, blah. Tell me what you think, blah, blah, blah. It happens sometimes.
Yeah.
But when it starts happening, almost every conversation, that's when you know. And I'm telling you, all you can do is just back away. It's go, and you feel that rush inside you. You feel it, but you listening to the words they tell it, babe. I'm telling you, I would not do that to you. I'm telling you. And then they start to figuring, you crazy. You're not on the phone with me to know who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
And guys, they gonna make you feel like you done lost your mind. But listen, this is when you hear this one word. I want y'all to pay close attention, because when you hear this one word, this is how you know for sure, for absolute sure, you have caught them cheating. Is when they call you crazy, or insecure. When they call you crazy and insecure, that is how you know for sure. Because guys, and I'm saying this because when you're not cheating and somebody really, and your spouse is going at you like, babe, what's going on? You don't have any, see guys, the thing is, you got to look at yourself and say, I know I'm not cheating, and you ask me if I'm cheating, I can show you who I was talking to, and I can show you the conversation. Your phone keep the record of how long the conversation was.
Yeah.
Harry, but they delete that stuff. They delete the phone calls and the messages.
Exactly. They delete the phone
calls.
They'll show
your messages, because they'll show like you're crazy and you're messaging them and you're doing things, and they want other people to see that so they can have a defense, but they're not going to show the whole everything in its totality. They can't do that because that's honesty.
See, but this is the thing. These companies now, these Androids and iPhones make it easy for people to cheat, because they can have a whole conversation with a person or call a person, and they could delete that and take it out of the trash, but then go back into their Google Drive and re-download all that all over again. And you can't, and you don't even know that. That's how they get back to those conversations. These people make it easier for them to cheat. And then another action that tells you that you caught them is they rage out. When they're cornered, they rage out. They
when you
will
get them in that corner
out. And that's how you know you got them dead to right.
Yes, indeed. When you put them in a corner, they gonna come out swinging as hard as they can. They gonna be ready to fight. Yep. They're not. They gonna just look. That's when everything. When they show you who that person is, guys. I don't know how clear we can make this. When they come out that bag on you, believe what you saw. Believe what you see, because that's what it is. They just came unhinged. They came unhinged for a reason. Because when you telling the truth about something, and guys, this is the issue. This is the issue. The truth speaks for itself.
Yes.
The truth speaks for itself. When their truth no longer serves them, now it's time to get loud. Now it's time to get obnoxious. Now it's time for the claws to come out. When you see the claws come out, when you see them come unhinged, they come unhinged and start cursing and acting crazy because their truth has failed again.
Yeah. Because
when that rage is not intimidating you, they start breaking things.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's gonna get you to shut up.
There you go.
Because you don't want your things broken. You don't want holes punched in your wall.
And it's gonna be on your stuff. It's only gonna be your stuff that's getting broken up, torn up. It's only going to be right there where your stuff is at. They ain't tearing up none of their stuff.
Because a truth is like fire, and snakes hate fire. They hate it. So when you come at them with truth and you keep speaking it, because hopefully if you're not still in Delulu, if you coming out of this, or if you testing something out new, but when you come at them with truth, it backs them up in a corner, because they can't handle the truth. Like that show where it was like, tell me the truth. You can't handle the truth. Narcs cannot handle the truth. They already got these gaslight things. But if you really like recording stuff or you show evidence, like, no, this is this, that's the truth. You say this, but you're doing this, and then you talk about the truth in them, why they doing it, their character, or what's really going on, they really gonna have that rage, because that's an injury. Like, you lying, you got this deceiving lying spirit in you all the time. You lie, it's lie after lie after lie. You constantly lying. And you ain't never told the truth. What you mean? Like, that's when they really gonna get mad. You lied about this, this, and this. And that's only in 1 hour.
That's the point of the rage and the breaking things, because they need to get away, because they don't have an answer for you. So they need to get away, take that walk, take that drive, so they could think of an answer to what you caught them with. And then they could come back, well, I did this and I said this because of that. They didn't thought about everything you said and came up. That rage is to get out, to get an answer for what you said. And that's why they would rage out, when I'm telling you. And then another way to know that they are cheating, that bathroom. Oh, Lord, that's where the magic happens. They take that phone to that bathroom. Don't nobody take a dump for 2 hours.
Right.
They be on the toilet for 2 hours. Right. And now it's to the point where you can't hear them typing. They run the water. So you can't hear them typing on their phone.
Look, they typing on the phone. They got the water on. They make it look. They doing everything they can. They got their phone playing music. You're not going to hear what they're doing. But you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it, guys. And that's why I say, man, don't wait. Don't wait till you start seeing signs. Don't wait till you start seeing signs. Start preparing yourself when you feel it. The first time you feel like something ain't right, that first time it just like some when you that part right there, when you feel that, that's when you start preparing your exit strategy. Because it's coming. It's just a matter of time. It's coming. They working hard on that next situation, y'all. But remember, it ain't solidified. And guys, narcs are stupid, man. They know they got a good thing with you. It's not like they don't know they got a good thing, but they always looking. They always think they found something better. That's who they are. You can really. It's just like you say about a snake.
It's better for them. You gotta understand the
that you cannot tame. You cannot tame a snake. You can. And a snake is somebody that don't want to come out near fire and they don't want to be out in the cold. The narcissists don't want to be under no type of pressure. They want to be able to go over here and peacefully cheat on you and build another relationship that's strong enough so that they can pivot from you directly to another relationship, knowing you're going to be the one that feels all the impact of that loss of that relationship. And they are already in something else. So they feeling like, okay, I don't feel bad, but they're going to start these petty arguments with you. It's going to be petty arguments and fights with you daily, because that's how they create that distance. They got to create some distance, and then they want to be able to say, because this how trifling they are. They so trifling, then they want to be able to come and start arguments back and forth, and then they want to come back to you later. Because guys, don't think that this new thing gonna work, because it's not going to do this person right. None of their relationships are ever going to work. But if they can come back to you, and say, but nah, babe, we kept on arguing, and I realized now. I just realized it just took me some time spending by myself. I just had to have some time to myself, and I realized that that's why we couldn't get along. That's why things wasn't going right, because it was both, but it wasn't just me. It was both of us, because you was in there arguing and hollering and screaming back and forth with me too. Guys, that's why I say you never, I know it's difficult. It ain't for everybody. You never raise your voice when they go high, man. You break it down further and keep breaking it down and get lower and quieter. And if they won't stop yelling, then you just walk away, because they're always going to come back and blame you. Okay.
Yep.
The one thing that you don't want, guys, the one thing that you don't want is to always be back and forth in relationships. If something happens in your relationship that was big enough to break your relationship up, then that's where you want to be able to leave that situation, whether it was good or bad. If something was able to break it up, then that's all you're going to have. That's going to be the future with that situation.
But you know what, Harry, they're going to blame you whether you give them that argument or not. Because like I said, I didn't give it that argument that he wanted so he could leave. But then when I found out everything, he found a way to say, I thought you didn't want me. And they're going to blame you some type of way because they force you to shut down. And when you become silent, now you're the problem because now you don't want them. But then when you're yelling, it's I'm leaving because of an argument. You did this. It's always your fault. It's never their fault. They are allergic to accountability.
Listen, hey, China, even if it is their fault, like you just said, they're allergic to accountability. So even if it is their fault and they can't, and they don't have that kind of mind power over you where they can switch it up on you and say, no, it was you, because they know you ain't going for it, they're going to then become the victim. Okay. Yeah, I know I messed up your day and your holiday and your birthday, and I messed this up and I did that. I know that, and I'm sorry. You know, everything I do is just terrible. Okay, just go ahead and hate my guts, because they know you not going to.
And they're gonna say, they're like, you just so mean. You talk mean all the time. You do this. The truth is mean, because that's what you feel is mean. You're used to the lie. The lie is comforting. The truth, it seems mean, but it's not. But that's what they will say. They will say and do anything to weasel themselves back in, because it's not that they wanted to completely leave you alone. They don't want to leave any of their supplies alone. They just want to make you a side piece, because they are all about the step up ladder, their own personal image step up ladder, not even a real them, the image that they portray to people. So the next person is doing something for this image that they are portraying. It has nothing to do with anything else. They don't care about all of these feelings. They might idealize them like, oh, this person giving me money, or this person doing this, or this person put me on the map. Oh, I can brag about my friends like they bought me this and they bought me that and they doing this. Oh, this person like that. That's it. And that only lasts for a little bit, a couple weeks. Other than that, once they in that with that person, this every time they go over there, because that person is competing, they're not getting the arguments that they're getting at the house. So they feel like, well, if I go over here, this person won't ever argue with me because I told them how this person was doing it. So I know they're not going to do it. That person don't know they crazy. They dealing with a whole devil. But they feel like right now they got a prize. So they being kind and nice and all of that. Once they get over there and let that play out for a couple months, the narc going to get back to narc and doing what the narc does. Then that other supplier going to start tripping like, wait a minute, you doing this. As soon as they do that, game over. They're not doing the same thing that they did with you and everybody before you with this one now. And it just keep going until they broke out.
Go. It don't stop.
They don't
stop, won't stop.
They'll start getting older and then they'll mess with their children's people. Like they go there, they that trifling. They'll start messing the child to bring over somebody because now they grown, and then they'll mess with that one. You know, I've seen it. And this stuff gets crazy, but that's Narcville. Narcville is crazy.
Their whole objective is to have people competing over them, and that's why they like side pieces. And that's why they would try to turn you into one, because now you're competing to get them back. Mm-hmm. And then on the other side, that person is competing to take them. And so, and that's what gives them that validation to make them feel like that they are somebody because of how they feel about themselves. And so they need validation from other people. And that's why they go over to other people and then mistake situations for being better than the situation that they have at home. And that's why they come back, because that other situation failed.
There you go.
And they the failure. They feel like the situation they was in with you was horrible because they were the horrible component piece. Then they go to the next one and that one is horrible. Then they go back to you and guess what? It's still horrible because the narc is the one that they still
Every
bringing the cloud
time.
of destruction. So they gonna always, everywhere they go, it's going to turn into a horrible situation. They're
Guys,
never going to get it right. Any
guys,
fantasy of this narcissist doing something right, finally being a parent, finally want to cook and clean, do all this stuff if they're a
man,
female,
please.
or finally having a job if they're a man, a consistent job, finally, paying and buying their children something, making sure y'all all secure. Never happening. That's Delululand. It's a fantasy, fictional. That's it. It's only in the mind of imaginations. That's it. It ain't happening with a narc. They can talk the talk, and then have a whole bunch of people in line going right along with their foolishness. They all crazy. Get rid of them all. They'll do all of that for the grandest show ever told and all of that, but it's still a circus. You still pay the fee, and while you was sitting there at the circus, however long you was there, you was getting robbed because they was taking everything out your house. You ain't got no land no more. Probably ain't got no car. They probably done took some other stuff. Probably took some children. That's what they do.
And that's the thing, they
Yeah.
always need a yes man. They can have 20 people telling them that what they're doing is wrong, but that one person that agree, that's who they're going to go with because it validates what they want to do and how they feel. And that's what they go with. They don't listen to reasoning. They don't know what logic is. And like I said, they're allergic to accountability. They are the victim. Everybody else is the problem. You can't shut down on them. You can't talk. You can't win for losing with these people. You're the villain at all times. They never do anything wrong, and then always say, "Oh, you think you're perfect. Oh, you think you're this. You think you're that."
That one.
Keisha, you must not.
Yes,
they always, because that's who they think they are. They think that they are perfect. Yes. Everything that they're accusing you of is how they actually feel, but they have to make you out to be the villain in order for them to feel comfortable in their own skin, because we're dealing with people who have low self-esteem. And people with low self-esteem are very impulsive, and that's why they cheat. And that's why they go out looking for validation. You got some that gamble. You got some that do drugs. These people do a lot of things because their self-esteem is very, very low. And cheating, unfortunately, is one of the main components to that low self-esteem, because they feel like somebody can boost that self-esteem, something they can't do on their own.
There you go. Somebody is helping boost that esteem, and that esteem is in the tank, man. It's trash, guys. And listen, that's something that's one of the reasons why we can't understand them and figure them out in life, because we like, man, when do you get to the point where you just try to be straight up with somebody? They never get to that point because they're like, hey, man, y'all don't get it. You don't get it. When you in the dumps, when you down, you in the dumps, and this is the only thing that gets you out of the dumps is somebody different telling you, oh no, you nice, you cute, you this, you look good, and you're that.
Right.
And that's because that person has not been through hell with them.
No,
that person does not know who they are.
Exactly. That person don't know them.
Right. And so that person,
even though they see it, they know the pattern, they don't care. They like, man, I want what I want.
Because when Leviathan come out, that's a beast. It changed their appearance. They do not look good. They are
hideous. Some of that just be a con on the other end too. Yes. Because if a person, people know that a person who come and talk about their spouse or their partner, they know that person is not a good person. Yeah. So they feed into that because they're looking for something out of that person themselves, whether it's money, whether it's stability. Then that's why they're dealing with that person and fighting to take that person from that other person, because it's something to gain from that. They know this person is not going to last and that person is not a good person, but the point is to get what they can while they can, and they don't care who they have to step on to get it.
There you go.
And they're going to always be trashing somebody. And you got to get to a point where you just like, man, I've heard every trash story that you can hear. Once they start dealing with people, especially the 40 and up crew, you ain't heard it all. You like, man, pause that sentence. I don't want to hear about your ex. I don't want to hear about your next. I don't want to hear about none of them if you're trying to have a conversation, because that's too much into your personal. But that's how they do. They want to dump so they can get you to feel sorry, like, oh, but they want to say as much as they can because they're trying to train you not to ever be that way. They want to have power and control in this situation because probably two narcs got together and they got out narked. Usually that's what happens when they happen.
Oh, definitely.
But it is,
yes.
They never stop lying. The Hoover, they'll come, they be like, hey, I don't gamble no more. And since I've been going to your church, and all that stuff, that's what they do. It's crazy with that Hoover stuff. But they be like, I don't gamble no more and everything. And I ain't seeing you in the church because you're there. That's not my church. That's just a building. But they do all of that. And then, in the next sentence, man, I'm about to go on another trip because, I won all that money at the casino last time I was on the cruise. So you do gamble. See, that's how that works. If you just listen, they will trip themselves up in the same sentence. So when a Hoover come, you'll think they ain't drinking no more. They didn't clean their life up. They ain't smoking. They ain't doing drugs, all that's the hard stuff. They ain't doing the alcoholics no more. They went to sobriety. They did all of that. You'll think they got cleaned all the way up for this next one.
And then when they can't hide it anymore, they use an argument between you two to say, see, because of you, I'm drinking again. Yeah. See, because of you, I'm smoking a cigarette again. Yeah. And knowing that they've been doing it the whole time, they just couldn't hide it anymore. So now they want to use that argument to say it's your fault.
And the smoking. I was like, you just smoking, cussing, gambling, doing everything now, huh? But they try to trick you like I'm a changed person. On the poster was working at the church. I said, you got a job at the church? I mean, dang, how much overperformance you had to do for that. But still heathen, still sleeping with everybody, gambling, lying, cheating. Ain't no change happening except you got another activity to go to recruit. So every Sunday you could go recruit some people because you look the part. This is what narcissists do. This is how they are. They don't. It's not a connection there. Some wires are missing. Because I don't know how you could go all the time. I don't know how you can preach and do all of this stuff and be on fire with snakes all around you. But they can. They do it professionally, like a pro, and
they're doing it. They're doing it because they're hoping that everybody that's watching is going to forgive them for whatever they have done. That's going to overlook it. That's what their life is all about. Finding people that will overlook all of the flaws, all of the craziness, people that will forgive and forgive and forgive. They don't care if you forget as long as you forgive. That's all they're concerned about.
And they're the only ones
to attack you too. They be like, oh, they
only
changed.
Ones allowed to live in the past. You bring up the past as a problem.
Good God.
They always bring up the past for something you did, but it's okay for them to do it, but not you. It's like, why are you bringing up the past? That's in the past. But then they can say, I remember when you did this and when you did, and then been something 10 years ago and you bringing up something that happened a week ago.
Or last night, but what they got to do with you texting this person saying you on your way to do what? Who is this? That stuff.
And then they'll say, well, you shouldn't have been in my phone. And if you wasn't in my phone, you're right. If I wasn't in your phone, I wouldn't have caught you cheating. Just say that.
They would say, how I know you didn't do it. How I know I didn't send the text. Okay. I don't know that. You had the phone. How I know you didn't just send that. I don't even know that person. That could be your friend. They will take you through the most insane things to get a reaction. They know you're going to try to defend the truth because they know you. You don't like lies. So you try to defend the truth, try to prove your case. They know that. They're just getting a kick out of it. They're still going to see that person. They told them they was on their way. They just going to make you a little off, make you doubt yourself. They're going to slip out the door. They'll be back.
Or not even that, even if they have to tell them a lie and say, well, I can't make it, I'll see you tomorrow. They will do
Right.
that too, but by all means, they're going to get out and see that person. And yeah, we don't want them to be people to be under the misconception that they sneak out and see people when it's just all bad. No, these
Right.
people can wake up in the morning. You guys had a good day the day before. They'll wake up in the morning because they had a plan to go see that person. And this is what this dude used all the time. He was going to the store. People in the neighborhood call him the milkman because he always going for milk and never come back. You know how many kids this man got waiting for daddy to come back with the milk?
Right. Yeah.
And he ain't never come back. Where he at, mama?
It's always the store. The store or the gas station or the tire got flat. Or the tire got flat every day. What kind of tires is on the car? I had a flat tire. I was stranded. You couldn't answer your phone. It seemed like that's when you would want to answer the phone when you stranded so somebody can get you help. Man, it's all of those stories. I had to give my dude a ride, and his girl was tripping. Really? All night. So
What?
you had to stay there all night because somebody else was fighting. Okay. These are all the stories that you gonna hear. They come up with them. It's like they get a
Mm-hmm.
download from the demon. Tell her this. Tell her that. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. Tell her that. That's what they do. And they know. And they lying. They still got the hair, the hair color, hair fibers from the other female that's all stuck on their clothes.
And that's
I was
why I
like,
tell
somebody you
y'all,
messing with got red weave because you got red weave stuck all over you.
and that's
What?
why I
I
say
don't
when
know what
these
that is.
people spend the night out or be gone for a while or even try to come back after so long,
Yeah.
you don't want that because I'm telling you, these
Woo.
people mouths have been in the nastiest places. These
Woo.
people, man, they don't have a problem with doing
Mm-mm.
nasty things with their mouths. I'm telling y'all, they lick butt, they do it all.
They do
You
it
guys,
all.
Woo.
and sometimes I'm telling you, they don't be
I
caring if that butt is clean or if that
Man,
they
and come
don't
kiss you
care.
right in the mouth.
Yes, they
don't
will,
care.
and come right home
Yep.
and kiss you right in the mouth.
That breath of death don't lie. I told y'all. Told y'all about that breath, man.
The breath
If the
of
breath
death.
is hitting, don't believe nothing they say. They trifling. If the breath is hitting, it's some people. You can be in the back of the room. They turn around and say hi. It's gonna hit you. Give it a couple seconds. You're gonna get smacked with it.
And
That
and
breath
uh, and
of death.
also, guys,
Ooh,
it's holiday time. It's holiday time. Okay? That's what this is all about tonight. It's holiday time. This is the time of year when they just want to reach back out, gas your tank up a little bit,
yes.
and then snatch that rug from up under you. And guys, it don't nothing feel better to a narcissist than to know that they destroyed your holiday.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yes,
Woo!
Narcs, they the biggest ho ho ho. That's Narcs. Like if you really put it out there, the holidays, that's what they gonna be doing. Still. So don't think it's about to be a wonderful time. They got it together. They really want to do something for the kids. If they got a brand new supply, that brand new supply bought that stuff for them kids, not them. They ain't
There you
thinking
go.
about it like that.
Yep.
That's how this worked during the holidays.
And they
That's
mainly hate holidays because it wasn't pleasant for them. And so
right.
they don't want to see it pleasant for nobody else. Just think about Christmas when, they didn't get the stuff that they wanted or they were too poor. Their parents gave one child more than they gave them. And so, they trying to ruin that for somebody else because these holidays bring back memories. And they'll even ruin that for their own kids because they feel like I didn't have it, so why should you? And they
Right.
always competing and comparing themselves to their children.
They
These
do.
people compete with everybody. Anybody can get it. When it comes to the competition, they don't care because they want to feel like they better than somebody. That's their main, and they don't be having nothing, and they still be thinking they're better than you. These people are very delusional.
They
Man, they
delusional.
and
That's the
listen,
only way to
and don't
describe
and if
it.
you think that they gonna respect your stuff because you respect their stuff,
Oh
oh
my
my
God.
goodness, man, you lying to yourself. They will openly disrespect your stuff and dare you to do something to theirs. Like, whoa, what you doing? That's that's mine. I don't do that in here.
Yeah.
Even if it's their pencil. Did you throw away my pencil? See, that's that stuff. You on that vindictive stuff. Man, you done stole the car, the furniture, everything else. You talking about a pencil? That's you wiped out.
And then they have these rules for their house. Oh, you come over to my house, you gonna respect my couch, but then come over your house, feet everywhere, doing this, doing that. But you have to respect everything they have, their cars, everything.
Telling you, I don't celebrate. I don't do holidays.
Amanda said, "Look at how ugly their energy be when you open their gift." Well, if you lucky enough to even get a gift, number one, you lucky. Okay. And guys, I'm gonna tell y'all something else, man. You know, when you're dealing with one of them, whatever you get, it ain't gonna have no meaning behind it. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you look at if they ever get you a card or something like that, if they get you a card, if they do something like that,
cards up front.
guys, they gonna listen. Holidays, it's not that important for what they got you. It's just important for what you did for them. If you're constantly thinking about what you're gonna do for them, and that's one of the reasons they around you too, because they know that you're gonna go all out to please them.
To make them happy.
And they not gonna do nothing. You hear me? You gonna have a look on your face like
it seems like they designed, because I still feel like holidays be pagan. I will eat some food on the holiday, but the holidays be designed because right before the holiday, you about to leave this Narc, but then the holiday happened and you got to just get through the holiday. And next thing you know, another year then passed and another set of holidays. And you getting through this next one and getting through the next holiday. 5 years then passed, still with the miserable Narc. Right before every holiday and birthday, y'all about to break up. Y'all done had a bunch of breakups right before each one of them. But because you got to get it together and then they might perform, it's still horrible. You had that argument, but y'all might take one good picture. Oh, you try again. You see some hope in nothingness. And then you try again.
I want to add to what Harrio said. He said, you know, you go all out for them, but don't get this twisted. The gifts that they give you has no thought, but while they giving you that, they giving that new person everything. They gifts are worth something.
Oh, they think that new person is worth it. Yes, indeed.
Woo! But that's an investment. We got to understand the gifts that they giving them. It's an investment because of what they feel like they about to get from that new person. It's a setup, especially if they get another narcissist, which they deserve. That they need to all be together because they usually that's who they end up with, and it's a horrible relationship. It's a horrible addiction ship. Both of them are in it to survive. I know that my parents, the long-time narcissists, they both in a miserable marriage only for appearances. One for a card, one for appearances, and they can't stand each other, feel like they single, go on dates, do whatever they want, but they got to keep it together because of survival and image. And that's it. And that's what they need because they're not going to be faithful. They're not going to be committed. So with each other, they just out narc each other. They had a fights. It's always chaos. Police show up, craziness happen. All of that still go on. They just don't tell everybody about it if it's two narcs because both narcs trying to keep an image. Only certain people gonna know that part of that. But you as a former supplier would never see that part. But it's trifling and corrupt. Ain't nothing good in that pit.
But you know what? It's funny how I've seen this time and time again, how women will steal somebody's man. And then when that man turn around and do the same thing to them, they on Facebook screaming, crying the same tears you cried, saying the same thing you said, like they righteously got that man. That's the part that gets me.
But then want to reach out to that person and act like they the victim.
Yes.
Oh, you know, so and so did me the same way.
And make it
What?
like.
But they pride won't let you know that the same thing they did to you got done to them.
They said
And it's gonna happen.
when she was like, "What is wrong with your ex? Like, was he like this? Like, he did put his hands on." She's like, "I'm trying to figure out a way to escape. I can't survive on my own, but I'm making a way." And she did get out because they was all in pictures, looked like the picture perfect thing. He's nuts. Act like I don't put my hands on females and stuff. Yes, he will, and that's why we had to duke that stuff out because he would put his hands on them. That's the only reason why somebody's gonna fight a dude. Like nobody's, unless they're a narcissist, but it's self-defense. But yeah, they reach out, they was like, something is wrong with him. Yes, something is. He's insane. Delulu. And that's what they be wanting. They be thinking like, oh, well, it's a looker, and they got all of this, and they got this car. That was my car. They stole it, but okay. They had a notary.
And that's the funny part about it, because at the end of the day, they can get all these things, and then they not going to bear to see that person leave and go give it to the next person. So they start tearing each other's stuff up. So
yeah.
they eventually not going to have anything in the end.
Wow, you know what? This is the excellent question right here. Focus for Life. Thanks for that super chat. Focus for Life said, why are some narcissists addicted to everything but peace? Chaos on top of chaos. They accuse you of having a grudge when you go no contact. Ain't that something how they shame you back in? And other people try to help them like, no, you should always forgive, and you forgiving for yourself, and know you're supposed to be able to walk through that and work that. Man, listen. I ain't even gonna keep telling everybody, because sometimes we got to learn it the hard way. That person is your worst nightmare. You already lived through the worst nightmare. That person is your open enemy. That's not your friend. They're your open enemy, and they're there to destroy you if it's possible. Right. Okay, they're going to accuse you because that's how they get back in. That's how they open those lines of communication again. They're going to accuse you of, well, why you being petty? I mean, we should be able to talk like adults. Now I'm being petty. I should be able to talk like an adult, but the whole time I've been trying to get you to be an adult. You said, I was insecure. I was crazy. I was all these other things. But what happened in the end, y'all? That's what I want to say. What happened in the end? Was you cheating in the end when it all hit the fan? Was you cheating? Was I really crazy?
Like you said, it ain't the cheating. The devil was exposed in the end. By the time you done,
I'm just saying, the whole time they've been trying to convince you crazy, something wrong with you. But were they with somebody else the whole time? Every argument, because I want y'all to remember that when y'all listening to them call you back because you think they really loved you, and you listening to that lie, all the deception, all of the lies, all of the hatred, the toxicity that they brought around you. Yeah. It ain't about somebody else. No, we just got these problems. I'm telling you right now, I don't care what they say. Them arguments is somebody new. All right. And I'm saying that's what y'all need to start telling people in your new relationships. Yeah. Baby, if we can't get along, won't you just go ahead to the person that you getting along with? Because you ain't getting along with me. Go ahead over there to that person. Okay? Because what you're not going to do is convince me that I'm bringing the argument to you. That's what you're not going to do. You're not going to be successful with that mission right there. Go ahead and talk to that person that you at peace with. And then because you keep coming over here to talk to me like something wrong with me. And then you're going to start saying something wrong with me. I'm insecure. I'm crazy. I'm all of these things in my past. You ain't the people from my past. They're going to hit you with all them lies. And when it's all said and done, you're going to see that person with that new person.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
Yeah.
But let me take that back, because
That
that's only if they can hold that together for a few months. That's only if they can hold it together for a few months.
Because they have a
Or
whole
if you
one.
catch them red-handed, then you will see them with that person. That's when they will really, really flaunt it in your face. Is when you catch them red-handed. But I want to say this too, with to the no contact part. They hate no contact because the trauma that they inflict on you, they want that to eat you up to the last breath you take.
There you
but
go.
when you go no contact, you showing them that you know how to turn off them demons that they can't turn off in their own head.
They can't get that.
And that's
energy.
why they hate it, because they can't turn it off. They can't go quiet from those demons that they fight, but we can. And we can go quiet from that trauma, because we tried to have that conversation with them and they didn't want that conversation. And now we don't want that conversation, but they want to revisit that conversation because they got desperate and they need to come back. I'm not having a conversation with nobody who denied me that conversation to begin with. It's dead and gone. There's nothing else I need to know. That was my closure. And there's nothing else that I need to say to you or you need to say to me about that situation. It has ended. And that's the period I put on that story and close that book.
That's it. Because you go ziggity boo. They need work. A witch and a warlock need spells. They need to speak words in order to get in your mind. Everything is your mind. And that's what they get. Every fantasy, even how wazzle dazzle they first got to your mind. Like that is what they do. I'm gonna be the best you ever watch. I'm gonna show you what you like. They do all of that stuff, beef you up and give you that anticipation, because everything is words. It's a spell. It's spoken. It's breath of death. And it's a 3-core strand. It's idolatry, witchcraft, and that python snake. Them three is not easily broken. That's what goes on. That's why people have all them dreams of snakes and all that stuff. You dealing with some stuff, supernatural things happening when you're dealing with a narc, and their target is to destroy. So when people be like, oh, you bitter, you not forgiving, why you not talking to them, they got their life right, you supposed to be forgiving, you supposed to be a guy, Brett, are you gonna pay my bail out from jail? Because that's what conversations with this person lead to. Are you gonna give me out the hospital, pay my therapist bill? That's what conversations lead to when I deal with this thing. You gonna pay any of that? Give me a house to live in, because I usually lose everything talking to this fool. No, they're not. It's a non-factor, because they don't know the depths of the pit you had to escape from just to go no contact. It took a lot to make that decision.
And it's so hypocritical of them, because at the end of the day, when they leave, they go no contact. And then they don't consider that having a grudge. That consider them being done. But then when you say, okay, I'm going to give you the same energy and you do it, but you hold off and you make it permanent, now you have a grudge. But they did the same thing to you.
There you go.
Yes. And when you go no contact, you cut off the energy source. They send evil, wicked, demonic energy. Ain't no peace for the wicked. That's why they don't have no peace. They're not even comfortable in peace. If you take them to a peaceful situation, you're going to be, I'm bored. They're going to be fidgety. They're going to probably fall asleep and be like, when can we go? I got to leave. I got to get out of here. They can't be around that. It's two kingdoms, man. They for wickedness. They like that chaos. They like that drama. They actually get pleasure. People have said this. They said, when I hurt somebody, like if they take somebody's stuff from repo or whatever, they get a energy force that feeds them, that's pleasurable, seeing somebody's life being destroyed. They know that there's a beast inside of there. They choose to feed the beast. They get a rush out of it. This is like just even a manipulation, breaking up relationships, even in the family circles, the ones that are narcs, they know that the other ones might have a significant other. They'll start telling them lies just to see them fight and be laughing when they fighting and looking out of the upper of their eyes like, look at them, they fighting. Da da da. And they be lying like, man, I think they are cheating. That's my cousin and all. But he get around and knowing they lying, just to see something break up that could have been something
Oh
promising,
yeah.
because they're not happy. So they don't want to see nobody else happy. They want toxicity and chaos.
There
And
you
they
go.
feed off of it.
There
Like
you
we
go,
feed off
man.
of peace, we feed off of good things
There you
happening.
and they
We
know you
get a
feed off
dopamine
peace.
rush. Theirs is off of
That's
evil
right.
and chaos. They get a dopamine rush off of it. They can hurt people and it
That's right.
feels good
That's
to
right.
them. It's like a drug to them.
It just
That's
all
right.
leads back to misery loves company. It's
Hmm.
like if they can make you miserable, it can give them a little sense of happiness that won't even last long.
They just
Yeah.
need a little hit of this and that. Guys, that's what the holiday, that's what we're gonna be, that's what we're gonna be harping on all the way to the new year, because we not going into the new year with this. We not,
Right.
listen, for y'all who determine y'all gonna stick it out, y'all gonna work it out. It's gonna be gloom and doom for you. I ain't got no good stories for you, man. So ladies, we're gonna wrap it up. Give them something to, get them through this holiday. Put something on their mind. Put something on their mind tonight to make them think about when you were in that position and you didn't want to let this situation go because of the holidays. Let them know what it's like on the other side of them holidays, man. Come on, ladies, get it to them. Let's
I
get out
always
of here.
wanted to let it go on the holidays. I don't know. I always said, please leave. Don't come over here. Nobody want to see you. I just want to leave everybody with, when you really get to the point where you start getting out of the trauma, because betrayal trauma is the worst trauma, and that's the whole goal of this Terminator narc, is to get you in this betrayal trauma, to break you down so they can ruin and create a trauma memory, especially on significant days like holidays and birthdays, graduations, things that are important. Because if they can traumatize you at that point, they can freeze you and keep you there. Fear paralysis. That's what they do. That's why a lot of times, even being with them, somebody had mentioned a sleep paralysis. That's very common, because you're dealing with all kind of night entities. You're not gonna sleep. You're gonna have restless legs, inflammation, anxiety, panic attacks. All of that is gonna happen because these are the kind of entities they bring. They are the fear. They keep you in a fear of abandonment. They prey on your childhood traumas, because you always afraid they're not gonna come back, because they done it before at a time when you least expected it. You thought y'all was really good and you found the one. Then they just sliced you off guard with a betrayal trauma. That was that initial injury, so they can create this like trauma bond thing that they call a trauma bond, but it's a whole demonic strategy. They will use that during the holidays, and it'll keep you hoping for something that would never happen, because the Bible do say hope deferred make the heart sick. So it's going to cause blood pressure issues. It's going to cause your heart to start having things going on with it. Vessel changes, all of that stuff, migraines, all of that come with the package of the narc. And your health is not worth it. Your sanity is not worth it. Your family, your children, they're not worth it. They're not, no, nothing is worth going through any of this hell that you
Mm,
will go through
come on.
inside of a body of a narc. Just
Mm,
to do what? When you outweigh, when you look at pros and cons, to have a conversation, to have them spend time with you, that's not good time. They might laugh here and there, but most of the time, when you count it out, the bad outweighs the good all the time. Once you get through that and you go no contact and you get your healing, go through the healing with the soul wounds, all of that, get delivered, get peace. It's something that you have never felt before. You would never want to engage in toxicity, but you got to go through that process. Give yourself time. Don't try to impress family members. You might have to sit some holidays out for a while, maybe a year or so, depending on how long you've been dealing with the narc, because the family can trigger that fantasy of togetherness that you wanted to have with this toxic person. You got to get all of that out your system, process, heal, and then you will be ready to really conquer these holidays and block all Hoovers. That's what I want to leave y'all with, because it really come down to that. The narcissist is never going to be whoever or whatever you think they can be. They
No,
can't.
sir.
They gonna talk to you for a little bit. They might be sweet and kind for so long. It's gonna be shorter and shorter intervals. It might even be a half a conversation for some. And then they gonna do that twisting thing like snakes do. They gonna trigger you. The next thing you know, you back in that same cycle of emotions that you took months and years to get out of, just from one contact conversation, because they is so deadly. So we gotta really be mindful and understand what we're dealing with here, because they look innocent. They're not. They're vessels of destruction. The Terminator. Go watch the movie. Remember Sarah Connor. That's all I'm gonna say with that.
You right about that one, Keish. Did you watch that first Sarah Connor joint? It's describing narcissism all the way through, y'all. I'm telling you.
Yes.
Go back and watch that one. What you got, China?
So you guys are talking about the holiday hoovers. I'm going to talk about something we don't talk about much. The holiday discard. These people love to discard you around the holidays.
Yes, Lord.
And that's what keep you holding on. That's what keep you fighting. When you are looking at spending your holidays alone, and I'm sure some of you guys have just went through this, because this is their MO all the way. And that is very painful.
Good God.
Very painful. And that's what I want to say that kept me holding on, because this man was known for running on holidays. Because that's the way they can ruin your holidays as well without even arguing, just disappearing. And that will mess you up and your children, and they don't care. Because that's their intention, to keep you confused, to keep you always on eggshells, make you feel like that person will abandon you at any moment. And I know you guys are going through that right now, some of you. And I can't see the chat because my tablet died, but I'm sure a lot of people is going through this. And I just want to say, don't let that get you down. Because if it happened this time and you take them back, buckle up. Because this is about to become a part of every holiday, because now they know this is something they can do and they can come back. And anytime somebody leave you and they could come back, their patience for you gets thinner and thinner, because now they feel like they don't need you. Because you have shown them that, hey, you can come here for a short period of time and disappear and come back again. But I know a lot of y'all are dealing with this right now. And I want to say, don't get discouraged, because it's a blessing in disguise. Because Thanksgiving is a time to be thankful, and be thankful that they did leave.
Good God. Hey, man, first, I'm gonna say thank you to the ladies, y'all, because they do what they do and showed out tonight like every Friday night. Good God. I like how you took us in reverse on that, China. That joint actually, you got me a little triggered over here. Like, good God. That because it take you back to some hell you've been through for the holidays. The trap that they setting for you to get you. They know what them holidays mean to you. So ladies and gentlemen, for y'all who in there with them, man, don't think that one of these jokers ain't gonna get slick and just forget to come home Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. They gonna do something that's gonna cause permanent damage. That's what they looking for. That's what they looking for. They looking for, I want to do permanent damage. Okay, I this ain't something I'm just, just want you to feel a little funny. Nah. I want to do something to you that's gonna make you sick to your stomach. You ain't even gonna want to wake up on Christmas Day, on New Year's Day. Because how you gonna celebrate at midnight and you don't even know where your person is at.
That's what they do.
So, yeah, man, this is what we're going to focus on for the rest of the year, y'all. We got one more month to get through.
Yeah.
And nah, man, we're not going to be sitting around here. You got your matching pajamas on, waiting for them to come home Christmas Eve, and somehow they never made it. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, listen, we ready to do the most when it comes to getting into that holiday spirit, boy. We doing the most. And the narc is sitting around there like, oh, you got your pajamas on? Yeah, okay. Well, don't wait up for me, because I might not make it. And guys, whenever they show you any signs, just any signs that they might do something, you better go with that feeling. I'm telling you, you better go with your worst feeling of them.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, thank y'all again for jumping in and doing what we do, man. We appreciate you. We love you. We're gonna get through these holidays this year, and we're gonna be smiling, okay?
Yeah.
We're gonna be smiling going into 2026. We're not gonna have no bad year. We're gonna start it out with a good one. Yes, we are.
Yes.
If you listen, if y'all live with that fool, plan to be by yourself. Tell them, hey, look, you know what? For New Year's, I just rather just do it myself, because you ain't starting my new year out like that. Straight up. You ain't starting my new year out with that craziness. Nah, I might deal with you in the new year, but you not going to get me on New Year's Eve. No, sir. I'm going to have some fun and enjoy myself. Straight up. That's the kind of relationship you got to have with them.
And then they not gonna leave because they hate for you to get them permission to do anything. Exactly.
They not gonna go nowhere. They not gonna go nowhere because they wondering if you about to do something cruddy like they doing. It's crazy, man. Hey y'all, that's the show for tonight, and we're gonna leave y'all just like we came in here with nothing but love, peace, and
Soul Train.
Soul Train. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Peace. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.